morning. This is Farah Payan from Woodland Hills Cameras and Telescopes. Today I am with Filippo from PrimaLuceLab. It's a brand new young company from Italy that is breaking all the rules of astronomy and astro-CCD imaging. We're going to talk to Filippo about what he does and how he got here. How are you doing today?
Oh, fine, thank you, Farah. Very glad to be here.
We're all excited that you are in America as well today. Filippo, what I'm really curious about is how you started in this industry altogether, because everyone is wondering out here, it's at such a young age, how you've accomplished your and how well you're doing with all of your creative work with Eagle, as well as radio astronomy and cool cameras. Can you tell me a little bit about your past?
Yes, of course. You see, Personally, I'm an amateur astronomer from a very young age. I was 14, I think, when I started stargazing, but I have a very interesting technology application. So astrophotography for me is natural, and that's why we develop product mainly for astrophotography, like our Eagle, because we know that we like that. We do astrophotography. We are all astrophotography in PrimaLuceLab, and that's why we like that. Generally speaking, we are mostly interested in the application of latest technology that's born in the professional level and moving that at the customer level. And that's why I have a personal interest in radio astronomy too. And years ago we founded the PrimaLuceLab also to create the first reliable and affordable radio telescope that allow everyone to make radio astronomy.
I see. You know, I look at you and it seems to me that you've had this blood in you from the get-go, from day one.
Yeah.
When was the last time you felt like this is where your calling is?
Well, you see, it's when we started. All my friends, I started with my friend, that is Omar. You know, Omar is the designer actually of PrimaLuceLab. And what we did, we talked together at the beginning years ago, and we thought, okay, we have to do something different. But we have to take care not only about the technology, because these are instruments that people want to play with, and they want all these instruments to be easy, affordable, and great looking. And that's why we have a 360 degrees view on how the products has to be. Not only advanced technologically, but also really simple to use and also great look.
Yeah. So I think that's great, and you've definitely accomplished that. I can see that in your products, and I can see it in the interest of people that they always continuously gather around you and look at you. And we're going to see that later on today at the show, how they're all excited and they're so motivated to take a look at your technology and how you're developing it. What I'm a little bit curious about is that the first time in your life, I don't know how old you were when you started looking through a telescope. Is that where your interest showed up? Is that how you started taking an interest in astronomy? Or is it something that later on you accomplished in your life as you became an adult?
Well, you see, I started when I was very young, but I still remember the first time that I saw the moon in a very cheap telescope.
Yeah.
See, that's the image that I always have in my mind, is looking at a very small reflector telescope, and the first time that I saw the moon, it opened my eyes on something that I believed that was not impossible. Then, during my early age, I studied. I'm a geologist. Professionally, I'm a geologist.
That's what I understand.
Yeah, and then I had a PhD in geomatics too. So I developed a passion for example, high-resolution imaging, merging the astronomy side to geological side of moon studies. And so I started application a lot of technologies that 15, 20 years ago were just developing, mostly because of the digital revolution of astrophotography. And I started applying to my moon geology studies. And that's why I learned a lot of experience in all the side of the astroimaging. And then I moved also to deep sky, and that was also my passion. So from a professional side, I passed to my passion, and this is all merged into what we do in PrimaLuceLab.
I think that's probably the key to your success, because I see that how you've started from the get-go, from the beginning and from the basis, and worked your way up. What I was hoping to do a little bit here today, and I know we've done a lot of this, but I don't think we've really showed the basis of your Eagle, which seems to be the product that's really picking up like fire here at the show. Tell us a little bit about it. Tell us about the different system you have here going on. Can you?
Yeah, of course. I can tell you where the idea comes from. Well, you see, we come from Italy, and we live in a place, in a plain, where there's a lot of light pollution. So I had a lot of telescopes. One of them was a Ricci-Chrétien telescope with a very big mount, a lot of cables, 2 computers to control everything. So I always moved to the mountains with my friend Omar, the PrimaLuceLab designer actually. And one night we had a long trip to go up to the mountains, and we installed all the telescope. We passed a lot of hours to go to install everything, and then we forgot the cable. Oh, it was destroying, because I say, okay, now I have to come back without doing that, any picture. So I told Omar, listen, we have to try to find a way to improve this thing, because it's not possible that we have a specialized telescope, specialized mount, a specialized camera, specialized computer, accessories for astrophotography, and we don't have a computer that is designed for astrophotography. So we have to invent that. And that's what we did, and this is what led us to the Eagle invention. It is actually the first integrated, embedded computer designed for astrophotography. And it's not a computer only, because it also has a built-in Wi-Fi connectivity system and power outputs. It means that Eagle automatically controls all the devices that make up of your telescope and powers them all. And you remove all the power cable, you remove all the AC adapters, and you can remotely control all your devices with a smartphone, a tablet, or any external computer in a very simple way. So you see, usually people is used to use laptop computer to control all the devices that make up the astrophotography setup. The problem is that you can't be too far away, because the cable has to be short, and you can't even, if you move to the field, you have to power all your devices, but also your computer. That needs a lot of power. And that's why people is used to move with large and heavy batteries. So what we had in mind is to invent something that delete this problem. And the Eagle, in fact, is a most efficient way in order to connect and control all your devices. Just to give you an example, this is actually an iPad. It's a normal iPad, and what we do here is we are controlling remotely the Eagle with a Wi-Fi connectivity system. And I can be very far away. For example, I can stay in my house while the telescope is outside in the backyard. It's perfect also for people having a backyard observatory, that they can stay in their house while controlling all the devices on their sofa, for example, in a warm condition, of course. And I have my iPad here is displaying all the typical astrophotography software that is typical used by people interested in astrophotography. So where is this software? Not here, it's here, in the Eagle. And all the pictures that we saved are saved in the Eagle. And we use a mobile device or even another computer, I like a Mac also, to control the Windows software that we upload in the Eagle. and to take full control of all your devices. The Eagle is available for all the devices. You can connect any camera, any mount, and you can upload any software. You can use Maximum DL, DesktIX, you can use CD Generator Pro, no matter what it is. It simply has to be for Windows. But since all astrophotography software are designed for Windows also, mainly, you can upload it to the Eagle and remotely take control of the entire setup.
I understand you have different versions of Eagles available. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, of course. If you look at the different Eagles, they look the same externally, but they change internally. We have 3 versions running Windows. We have Eagle, the Eagle S, and the Eagle Observer. The classic Eagle is designed to keep the power consumption as low as possible. It means that it uses an Atom processor, single core, that needs only 0.5 amps per hour to work. It means that you can move in the field and power the entire setup with a very small battery. This is useful for compact telescopes, and you have very small batteries to power all nighters. And that's good enough in order to run normally used astrophotography software like Maximum DL. In any case, you want more power. For example, if you use complex software and complex software applications like blade solving, or if you want to use latest generation USB 3 planetary cameras, you need more power. That's why we designed the Eagle S that has a 9-3 dual-core processor with higher frequency, but it also needs more power. And if you need more, even more, you have Eagle Observatory that has more power, more space, more memory for the most complex applications. But it has a very cool feature that allows you to remotely turn on and off with via software all the powered device through the Wi-Fi connectivity. I mean, if I am in my house and I have the telescope in my backyard observatory, I can turn on the Eagle, then turn on the remote camera, the mount, every single device. Then I start my software. I collect the picture I want, and then I shut down remotely the camera, the mount, every single device, and I shut down the Eagle. Always and everything without the need of being and go outside my observatory.
That's pretty incredible. I understand you have a brand new product coming out. It's called Eagle Core. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that's the evolution. That's not an evolution, but it's a different concept. Starting with the idea of Eagle, of an embedded system that takes care of all your devices. We designed our own software with a very simple to use interface that is designed to allow people to make DSLR astrophotography easier than before. Let me show you. And that's the Eagle Core. You see, that's a unibody design that is like the Eagle, the classical Eagle that runs Windows, but the Eagle Core runs our software with our application that is designed to work from a smartphone. So you see, you have an app, and in this app you have 2 tabs, guiding and acquisition. The guiding tab lets you see in real time the guiding stars. You can select the guiding star with your finger, and then you start calibration and start auto-guiding in the same way you would do with a normal computer, but you do with your smartphone connecting to the Eagle Core. And then you go to acquisition tab. It's connected to the camera here, and you can set all the acquisition parameters of DSLR cameras. So you can set how many pictures you want to record, the length of the picture, the ISO setting, if you want to make dithering or if you want or not make dithering, and you can start the focus loop first and then the acquisition. And you see the picture in real time. You can zoom in on the picture, you check the stars, and if everything is good, you start your sequencing in a very, very simple way in order to introduce people to the key concept of the DSLR astrophotography.
So tell me about the setup you have.
Yeah, you see that Essentially, the Eagle core is designed not only to be used with telescopes, but also with the telephoto lenses. Because one of the problems that you may face when you want to start in DSLR astrophotography using your DSLR lenses is that you don't know how to guide. You don't know how to put the guiding scope. So we added a threaded holes, a series of threaded holes also on one side. This way you can put the guiding telescope on the side, and you have the main camera with the photo lenses on top. And this way you put the entire system on an equatorial mount, and you start taking deep sky astrophotography, long exposure astrophotography guided with your telephoto lenses. And the good thing is that when you want to upgrade, you can remove your photo lens and you can insert a telescope. You find already all the connection for your apochromatic telescope, for example. You always use your camera, your DSLR camera, and you're ready to go with Eagle.
This is pretty revolutionary, I must say. So the only thing this entire combination has missing is a simple mount. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Only a simple mount. Also, I should say, also a cheap one, just to introduce people to a key concept of astrophotography. They can start using a simple mount, and all they need is to make a polar alignment, and you're done.